Hi, Amir. Let's take a look at this set of essays you've sent us today. The first one is about the annoying dog. Here's what you wrote. Dear Sarah, I'm writing this letter to express my annoyance with your dog by his ongoing barking during days and nights. Okay. Okay. I'm writing this letter to express my annoyance with your dog. Not about... Okay, and his ongoing barking during the day and night. We don't really say during days and nights, so during the day and night would be better. As you know, I am an accountant student at University of Toronto. This semester we are expected to write and present numerous assignments that require, get rid of it, get rid of the S, because this goes back to assignments, which is plural. So, numerous assignments that require time and a quiet place to concentrate. Full stop. Unfortunately, your dog starts barking while you are away, and it makes me distracted. You could say it makes me too distracted to do something, or you can say, and it makes me, or how about this, and it distracts me from focusing on my projects. Okay, so some grammar changes, one way or another to fix a sentence. I would like to bring up some suggestions. S, in order to remedy this issue, firstly, you can hire a dog sitter to keep an eye on the cute puppy and keep him silent. Secondly, a center has been opened in our community by the park where dogs can be stayed. I don't know, is that even an expression? Dogs can be stayed? Dogs can be kept, maybe? This place is affordable. They offer a discount. How about this? This place is affordable and they offer a discount for people in this community. If you would like, I can give you more information about it. Best regards. Okay. It's fine. It's good. There's one little thing. I felt like you ended the letter rather suddenly. There's no kind of closing to this. So I think it needs it. Okay. So in other words, what you did here is you fulfilled the requirements, you fulfilled the bullets, and then you just finished the letter. Remember that letter writing does have certain conventions that we have to follow. So one of those is having an appropriate closing. So here, a good closing would have been something like, I am certain that we can come to an amicable solution about this, or thank you for your attention to this matter. Looking forward to hearing from you. All right, so something like this which just closes the letter out. You do need that, because otherwise it just ends really suddenly. It feels like it doesn't follow the things that we do in letter writing, okay? There were some grammatical mistakes here. This is a really short letter. I mean, the task one always is rather short. And so you really want to avoid some of these grammatical mistakes because one or two extra grammatical mistakes can make the difference between a really good score and just a good score. So be careful about some of those things. But you did everything else that you were supposed to do, all right? You definitely covered the bullets. The structure and the order of your letter was fine. But just some things that I want you to work on, okay? Let's take a look at your essay, which should follow here. There it is. Okay, this is the one about green energy. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether green energy must be considered as a primary energy in a country or not. It is believed that current energy must not be replaced with green energy. How about this? It is believed by some that current energy must not be replaced with green energy. However, I personally disagree with this idea. That's fine. This essay will discuss both views using examples from University of Toronto and Iceland to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, fine. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that renewable energy can be a threat to energy security. This is largely because green energy may not be able to provide enough energy for residential and industrial areas. Okay. One thing that I want you to fix here is all of the times you use the word energy. Obviously, the essay is about energy, but you also need to provide and show that you can use cohesion and perhaps even some different vocabulary. Okay, so here you called it renewable energy can be a threat to energy security. Fine. This is largely because this new type of fuel, okay, you could say that, or you could have talked about, here you didn't have to use renewable energy. You could have maybe said renewable resources, maybe. How about this? Instead of saying enough energy, you could have said enough electricity, or maybe you could have said it provide enough power. All right, so these are ways where these are ways for you to avoid repeating the same word so much, because you can see that in these two little lines you've used the word energy now 4 times. It's just a bit too much, and there are ways to avoid doing this. All right, so then a country will face supply shortage, which may cause critical issues for people. For example, recent research from the University of Toronto has shown that 5% of medical drugs are prone to not perish, but expire. Or, yeah, I guess there. Let's see. 5% of medical drugs are prone to... What word would work here? Let's think about it. I don't know, be destroyed, or 5% of medical drugs are prone to becoming unusable, maybe, due to an electricity shortage, or due to electricity shortages, not the electricity shortage, not just one. Therefore, some patients may lose their life because of this failure. Okay, fine. Don't forget to leave a space here too. You didn't leave a space. You just hit enter and you went on. But that's not a good idea, because look, here you left a space. Here you left a space. You have to be consistent in how you indicate your paragraphs. On the other hand, other environmentalists believe that green energy can save nature. Get rid of the. The impact of this renewable energy should not be understated, because this type of energy, there it is again, is able to rescue our planet from global warming. This is due to the fact that green energy does not release CO2 into the atmosphere, which causes climate change. For instance, Iceland is the only country which is equipped with solar energy, and this country does not emit CO2. Not only is this country experiencing top-notch air quality, get rid of the, but also takes a great step towards saving, ing, our planet from climate change. Okay, obviously I wanted you to rephrase this with the energy again. The rest of the paragraph was fine, some little grammatical mistakes. So, although green energy can be considered a threat without the as to energy security, because it is not able to prepare adequate energy for a country, it must be applied, IED, in each country in order to keep our planet clean and safe. Just get rid of this. This doesn't help your sentence at all, so just remove it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Here's the thing, Amir. This was fine, but it does have some grammatical mistakes, and that's where my concern is. You developed it fine. You did use some nice cohesive elements, but there was enough of that energy that made me think, well, you know what, there could have been better cohesion here. You could have, because as you probably know, there's also something we call lexical cohesion. So it's not just connecting sentences like you did it nicely here. This is largely because. That's a nice example of cohesion, but it's not the only type of cohesion we use. One type of cohesion is lexical cohesion. So replacing all of this energy is another type of cohesion. That's something I'd like you to do. And I already talked about it, so I'm not going to go into any more detail about it. What else do I want to talk to you about? Yeah, I mean, the rest of it was fine, but there was... now we're at a point in your progress where we need to talk about the details, and we need to talk about what separates a good essay from a really, really good essay. So that's why we're talking about some of these things here. So the grammar and some of the cohesion I thought needed a little work. And those are the things that I want you to think about. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these should be your last essays. Like I said, you're at a good point, but I still think that we could get even better. Okay? So, you may want to think about signing up for an additional essay package. I mean, we have just essay corrections that you can certainly sign up for. I'd like to see more work from you. I'd like to see that some of the things that we talked about today, I would like to see you actually applying them in your writing, and I'd like to see that you've understood them and you can, use these things in your writing. So that's one reason why I suggest signing up for the essay package. Another thing that I want you to think about is that writing is a skill that you really need to keep practicing. I'm not sure when your exam is, but it's really important that you continue practice your writing right up to your exam so you don't lose any of that progress that you've made. So think about it. There's a link in the email I'm sending you. So hopefully we'll see more of your essays. Hopefully we'll continue working together right up to your exam, okay? Wishing you lots of good luck.